Okay. Hello everyone. Let me just confirm whether I am audible or not. Okay, just a moment. Parcel. Parcel. Hello. I hope I'm audible. Okay. Guys, welcome back again to our channel Coders Arcade. This is Saurav and I am again back with the everyday live Java DSA sessions. Okay. So yesterday, if anyone has missed the video of yesterday, it was an introduction to DSA and we had actually seen a roadmap of what we will be covering in our live DSA sessions, and also at the same time we had learned that which language to choose for learning DSA, whether it is C++ or Java, everything we have discussed, right? So don't worry about that. If you have missed that video, I have already given the recorded live session in our playlist and I have created one new playlist for that. Don't worry about that. Okay. And after that, guys, we discussed about some important concepts that we will be covering, right? I have given the whole roadmap. Fine. If anyone is missing out on that, don't worry. I have already said that we have given the recorded version of that video in our playlist. Fine. You can go there and learn from that. Okay. Any doubts, anything, please post your doubts in the comment section. Make sense? And after that, I told you I will be coming live Monday to Friday with all my DSA live sessions in Java. Okay, in Java. That it is not like you cannot learn the same thing in any other language. I will be giving you the logic, and at the same time, if you understand the logic, only the syntax will vary, nothing else. Okay, so based on that, we can easily convert one language from other. Just the syntax will be different and maybe some things will change. Okay, don't have to worry about it. Fine. And guys, one more thing, if you were really new to the channel, if you're watching this for the first time, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, because that will help you to get notified about the latest video updates and any posts that we are making in our channel. Fine. And so this is Saurabh and welcome again to our today's live DSA session on Java, and today we will be learning in depth about arrays. Okay, yesterday I just gave you an introduction about arrays. Today's one will be deep insight on how arrays work in Java. Fine. So let me just write it down here. So this is session 2 actually, and we will be learning about arrays in depth. Fine. Guys, if I go back to my yesterday's Java file that I had created, you can see here I had given you a notes here. Fine. I had given you a notes where I said an array is a collection of homogeneous data, same data type. If I am writing an integer array, it will only have integers. If I am writing character array, it will only have characters. But if you are learning that in Python, it is a little bit different. It can have heterogeneous or different kind of data in the same data structure. That is list. So make sure if you are learning that, just for your information, in Python, you have a data type called list where you can have heterogeneous data. Okay. So what does it mean? I can create a list like this, and here I can say I can have 1, 1.2 or 1.3, I can have true, I can have false, and so and so. And mind you, in Python the true and false have T and F capital. Fine. That is the difference. This is totally different, out of context. I am just giving you so that you can remember this, nothing else. Okay. So let's get back to ours. We had written 1D array, 2D array, which is like a matrix, and multi-dimensional array, and very important, jagged array. Out of that, yesterday I had showed you about the 1D array and the 2D array, the matrix, right? So suppose what I am saying is something like this. Let me just see here. I had given you the syntax also, guys. If you have missed out yesterday, let me just clarify again. This thing sometimes pops up. So, okay, see 1D array, the syntax is data type, integer, character, boolean, float, then the square brackets, the name of the array, and then new keyword. If you are assigning that dynamically, then you can write like this, and then the data type, again the same data type, and in the bracket you need to give the size. Fine. So, according to that, data type is integer, bracket, then numbers equal to new int of the size 5. You can take this from the user also as an input using the scanner class. That can also be done. Okay. So, after that you can see I have assigned one value to 0 for the first element, because I told you like something like this. If you remember, if I have an array of say 5 elements is equal to something like this. Don't get to the syntax, I am just giving the idea. Okay. If I have 2, 4, 8 and then 9, and suppose the last one I am not giving, the last one. Let me not write like this, you will get confused. Let me write like this only. So, I have only initialized 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the element number. First element, second element, third element, fourth element. But if I write the indices will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Element normally goes from 1 to that length. 1, 2, length. But the indices they go from 0 to length minus 1. Remember this. This you might already know, because if you are learning DSA, obviously this should be known to you, but still I am giving a simple idea. Okay. So, in that case, if I am only initializing 4 elements, what happens to the last one? It gets the default value of whatever data type we have. Say I am having integers, the default value is 0. Okay. So, I have showed you here, you can just see. See, I told you for in this one, in the second one, see, I had created a 2D array of 3 rows and 4 columns. So, it is something like this. Guys, these are all from the yesterday's class. Okay. 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay. And 3 rows, row 0, row 0, row 1, row 2. So, 0 to 2. Okay. Here, if you observe carefully, same thing, column 0, column 1, column 2 and column 3, 4 columns, right, makes sense. In that case, if you see here, what I had done is, I had initialized the first one, it is a string array, okay, string array. So, what I had done, this value, this one, I had initialized that to Coders Arcade, and you can see all the others were left blank, right. I am only initializing one of them. Now, if you want to traverse the whole array, you can do it like this. See, I want to traverse and print all of them. You can see 0, 0. Why is it 0, 0? I have already told you about the matrix. The intersection point of this and this is this box. I had initialized that to Coders Arcade. So, 0, 0, Coders Arcade. But the next one, 0, 1, see, 0, 1, this box. I have not initialized this. What was the answer that we are getting? if you remember from yesterday's class, the answer was the default value of this particular data type string, which is null. See the output, null. If you want to see the whole thing, what you can do is just try to understand like this. See, suppose rather than writing this, let it be like there. What I will do is, I will say take a for loop for I equal to 0. I need two for loops, just try to understand, okay. One for loop for the rows, one for loop for the columns. So, I can write I equal to 0, I less than what? How many rows are there? 3. I plus plus. Similarly, for j equal to 0, j less than 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, j plus plus. S out, I want to print the index values, that cell value. So, I will say what is the name of the array that we have taken? Matrix, and I want to print that particular row and column value, the intersection of I value and the j value. So, I is going like this, j is going like this. Okay. This particular intersection point, any particular intersection point can be represented by I and j, right? You already know this, I guess. So, here I am writing I and j. Okay. Now, there will be a problem. The problem is it will print null, all the default values. See, it will print definitely, but I do not want it like this. See, I do not want it like this. I want that to be in a proper matrix format. So, what I will do, I will just rather than writing ln, because ln takes the control to the next line, right? It takes the control to the next line. I do not want that. I will just say print. Print will keep the control in the same line. Now, see what happens. Everything will be on the same line. See, and this is looking a little bit ugly. I do not want that. So, what I will do? I will just give a space first of all. See the output now. Way better, at least understandable, correct? Now, let us say I want to print the first row from here till here. After that, I want to print the second row in the form of a matrix. Row wise I want to print them. Very simple. What you do? You, after the inner for loop, just go to the next line by using the ln. Now, see the output. See, it is actually in the proper format. First one I initialize with coder circuit, all the others are null, then the next row all are null, next row all are null. Okay. I repeat one thing again, if you do not initialize an array element, it will be initialized to the default value of that particular data type. Make sense? Please remember that. Anyone having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Okay. I will do one thing, guys. I will open up the same thing in my mobile also, so that I can verify if you are writing any comments. Fine. Right now there are no issues, so everything is working fine. Okay. Any doubts? Silly doubt also, do not worry. Please feel free to ask. Maybe if not in the middle of the session, but if I look at the comment, I will definitely get back to you at the end of the session. Do not worry. Okay. So, hope you have understood how to create a 2D array or a matrix. Syntax, yesterday only I have told you, data type, double brackets, row and the column, and array name, and then new, again the data type with the row and the column values. This is the syntax. Based on that, I have written like this. Fine. Make sense? Clear? Now, let us go to the next one. Multi-dimensional array, very important. So, let us go back to our whiteboard and try to understand what I am trying to see. Okay. Before that, one more thing, we have a very good feature in Java that gives us the length of the array. Okay. Now see here what happened. This is a matrix printed like this, right? Let us do it for a different one, okay? Otherwise, you will not be able to understand. So, what I will do, I will take an array int, let me say 3 and 4 only, like this. You guys have to tell me, is it possible if I do like this? Can we initialize an array like this? Or do you even need this? Tell me. I can just say mat and let me not write this, let me just write like this, okay, mat. I am not fixing the size, I am just writing, giving a comma, 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 okay, and the semicolon, fine. So, this is also a way by which you can initialize an array of 2D array, right. Now, see this, okay. I do not think there is any comment, everyone is following properly. Guys, if you have any problem in viewing, because I can see, yeah, now it is visible, fine. So, what I am saying is, what is a 2D array? If you look at this, can you tell me what is a 2D array actually? Can I say it is a array of arrays? Can I say like that? Because try to understand. See here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In the bigger array, if I highlight, this is the bigger array. It has 3 smaller arrays. See carefully. 1, this is one array, this is one array, and this is another array. So, my bigger array, whole array has 3 smaller arrays, the length of which is 3, 3, 3. Okay. So, can we say that this is a 3 cross 3 matrix? Possible. Let me show you how. Okay. Just see this. I will press enter and I will give a space like this, and I will press enter and give a space like this. See, I will give space here and space here, space here, and space here and space here. Now, does it look like a 3 cross 3 matrix? It looks like, right? But that is what I am saying. It is actually an array. It is a bigger array. This is the bigger array of 3 smaller arrays, and it actually, this is what? This is row 0, because indexing starts from 0, that is why row 0. So, this is row 1, and obviously this one is row 2. Make sense? And this whole thing is an array of 3 smaller arrays. Like this you can write lots of them. Okay, got it? That is how you do it. Fine. Now, traversal. Traversal. Let me just copy this thing, this whole thing, because I already have written this, and I will make some changes there. Okay. So, yeah, paste, and rather than, yeah, I can see, you can see here, right? How many rows? 3 rows. How many columns? 1, 2, 3. 3 and 3. Let me do one thing. Let me write 4. 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay. So, now I have 3 rows, call 1, call 2, call 3, call 4, or call 0, 1, 2, 3. Any ways you want to replicate, you can do it, no problem at all. Now, I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, j equal to 0, j less than 4, j plus plus. Makes sense, obviously makes sense. Now, I will write mat, this one, mat of ij. Makes sense. So, it will work. Run this, see the output, it will work. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 0. There is no problem whatsoever. It is working absolutely fine. Okay, but do you think if I add one more element here, 5, now will this work? The row value is same only, but will this work if I add one more element? Will this be printed? Let's see the output, then only we will understand. What is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 0. This element that we had added did not get printed, right? It did not get printed. Did you understand that? What is that? Why is it not printing? Or else, first of all, let's try to understand one more thing. You understood, right? If you have static values here, it is not going to print that. Rather than that, what we can do is, each row is an array, right? We have a built-in method in Java for arrays which gives you the length of the array. So, each row is an array. So, actually, tell me one thing, here when I write 5, there are 5 elements. See like this, then you will understand. I will tell you something. I have one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes sense. So, the length is L equal to 5. Got it? Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. Similarly, for a 2D array, if I write, try to understand what I am saying, okay. I have 1, 2, 3, how many elements are there? How many elements are there? 1 element, 2 element, 3 element. These elements are not individual elements, they are again array. Array 1, array 2, array 3. But does that matter? The definition of length of an array is what? The number of elements in the array. If this is 5, what will be this? The length will be 3, because even if it is an element, it is an array, does not matter. It will be counted as 1 only. So, we can replace that by a very simple thing, arr dot length. This is a built-in method used to find the length of an array. So, let us see here. Say, let me do it here, okay. Do not worry about this. I will say, here only I am saying S out. What is the name of the array? Numbers dot length. This is a built-in function. I have designed the length to be 5. Let us see what we are getting, so that we can verify. See, we are getting 5 as the length of the array. Got it? So, what I am trying to say is, if this is 5, similarly, in this case, if I have 1, 2, 3 arrays inside my bigger array, it is called the array of arrays. That means the elements itself are arrays here. So, 1 element, 2 element, 3 element, the length is 3. Okay. So, actually now come back here and try to understand this. This is row number 1, this is row number 2, this is row number 3, but this is, let me highlight this and show you. This is element number 1, this is element number 2, this is element number 3. So, the number of rows are actually the length of the bigger array. This bigger array has first element, second element, third element, because I had written like this, then I pressed enter and showed you like this in the matrix format, correct. So, I can replace this 3 by actually the bigger array mat is the bigger array dot length. The number of inside smaller arrays in the whole bigger array is actually the length of the entire array, correct. And then how can I replace this 4? The smaller array this is index number 0, this is index number 1, this is index number 2. Because they are absolutely same, I can replace this by what? Mat of, if I say 0 dot length, because all the rows have the same one. Okay, not here, what I can do, not this one, okay, sorry, my bad. This one I can replace by mat of index number 0 dot length, correct? Because every column every row has same number of elements, okay? That's why I am able to replace this by any one of them. Make sense? Now run this and see. You should get the same output. See, you are absolutely getting the same output, no problem at all. But try to understand this now, very important, okay? We have understood properly about 2D arrays, and I have showed you how you can replace the static values 3 and 4 by using the dot length method. Make sense? Now, as I told you about this one, this concept, just try to remember that I had told you one very critical concept in the beginning. What was that? Yeah, I think, sir, I started learning DSA in Java, I know basics in Python, I started forgetting them. For me, DSA in Java, logic building and writing the simple code was so much difficult for me. Any advice? Okay, this is, I think, Saket Kotla. Very okay. Saket, for you, I have only one answer. Very simple. Please practice, and before even writing code, please understand syntax of the language. Okay, whether you are learning C, C++, Java or Python or JavaScript or any language, guys, it doesn't matter. You have to understand the syntax, because trust me on this, from morning I was teaching C language, now all of a sudden I have to switch to Java. It really doesn't matter if you understand them, and that's why I am saying I have been doing the same thing for the last 10 years. Even you guys have to do it for at least 1 year, then only you will understand that. Okay, so just Saket, I am telling you one thing, please practice more and more. Try to understand the syntax, then try to understand the logic. If you understand the logic and you know the syntax, you can easily write down the code. Maybe it will take some time, but don't give up. Never give up. Okay, you might be feeling like, why do I even have to learn this? I'm not able to do it. But don't quit. Just try. One day you will get results. Trust me on this. I am telling this because I don't belong to the IT department actually. ECE, this is my department from the batch of 2010. But trust me on this, now we go to colleges to teach CSI students. That really doesn't matter. You just have to focus on what you are trying to do. Give your time, give your dedication, you will learn that easily. Okay, that is my advice to you. Fine. What we are talking about is this topic. Let's get back to your topic now. Okay, jagged array, very important topic. Let's see this. What I'll do, I'll create a new file only, new Java class. I'll say jagged array. Fine, and let it be like this. Here, main function. Okay, what I will do is I will copy up this thing only, what we have already written, okay, because I don't want to waste time. So what I will do, I will copy this thing, same thing, go back here, and in the main function I will paste this here. Okay, and just do this 1 2 3 4 5 and this one also, so that it looks like a matrix. Now see here, this is a very equal distribution, because the thing is there are 3 rows and there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see the columns are actually equal? This is a normal 2D array. Okay, guys, interruption. I'll go. I have to change the battery, so just give me one moment. I'll come back. Yeah, okay, I'm back. So what I'm saying is, this 2D array is actually a array where the columns are of equal size. You can see each row has same number of elements. Now I had already converted that like this. Now see, here if I remove this and say 4, it doesn't matter because it will absolutely work fine, right? We have just seen that. Just before some time we saw that. But what if, as I said, 5, 6, 7, see this? When in a 2D array, the number of elements in each row is not equal. Repeat, when in a 2D array, the number of elements in a row is not equal, okay, then it is called a jagged array. Jagged array. Okay. See here, let me say I have less elements also. Can you tell me the output? What is going to happen? See, I have made it static, stagnant. Okay. Let's say, what was the row 0 dot length now? What is the row 0 dot length now? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The length is 7, right? Can we write this like this? Mat of row 0 dot length. Will it work? It will throw an exception because for the first one it is absolutely fine. There are 7 elements. For the second one, what will be the exception? Array index out of bounds exception. Why? Because they are unequal rows. For 7 elements, fine, but lesser elements at that index, index number 6, you will not have anything. See here, this row has 7 elements, absolutely fine, but the second row, it only has 4 elements. So 0, 1, 2, 3, as soon as it gets, see, index 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th element, there is no 5th element only. It's obviously going to throw an exception, correct? Index 4 out of bounds for length 4. For length 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, that's all, right? So, this kind of a structure where we have unequal number of elements, unequal lengths of each row, see, then at that kind of case it is called a jagged array. Please remember this, guys. Many times you get interview questions on this, okay? So you have to remember this anyhow. I don't know how, but you have to remember this. The number of elements in each row when they are not equal, that means the total count of elements, the length of, so, or you can simplify like this, when the length of each row of a 2D array is unequal, it is called a jagged array. Jagged array. Then how do you solve this? Tell me now. Saket Kotla says, thank you for responding. Obviously, it is my duty to respond, Saket. I will respond to every single comment, don't worry. Fine. So, maybe it will be late to respond, but I will definitely respond to every comment. Don't worry about that. That is what we do every day. We will be doing that to all our viewers who are watching our live sessions. Fine. Okay. And please, whoever is new to the channel, please subscribe to our channel. I am requesting you guys. Please hit the bell icon also so that you get notified about the latest updates. You have to do it. That is how it will motivate us, and that is how you will learn more and more things. Otherwise, even I will get bored that I am not getting any response, and it will not end up in a good thing, right? So please, I request all of you to subscribe if you are new to the channel, and those who are already watching, thank you for watching. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, what I was saying is, this is a jagged array and it is throwing an exception. So I told you one thing, right? Each row is an array. So this is row 0, row 1, row 2. Which iteration variable is actually traversing the rows? I. So this is actually the rows, right? Rows, I can say like this. I is equal to 0, 1, 2. Okay. So this is row 0, row 1, row 2. So can I replace this 0 with I? If I write I, then what happens, you see? Matrix of I dot length means first it will be 0 dot length. It will automatically cover the whole length of this particular one. Afterwards, when I becomes 1, it will cover this particular length. Then when it becomes 2, it will cover this particular length, and then you will not get any exceptions. Got it? Let's see if it is working or not. Let's run this and check. See, no errors, no exceptions. This is how you traverse a jagged array. This can be asked as a DSA question. How do you traverse a jagged array? In Java, in C or C++, they can ask you. It is difficult to implement that in C or C++. Easy to understand in Java. Okay? Fine. Let me know if you have understood this, and if you have any doubts, please comment. Okay? So, I will repeat myself. Each row is an array. The I variable is traversing for the rows, and the j variable is actually traversing for the columns. Okay? So, columns will be actually like this. Row 0 dot length will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. Row 1 dot length will be 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Row 2 dot length will be 3 columns. Now, it does not really matter what you do with this. You can have one element also, it really does not matter. Okay? See, you will get the exact output. It really does not matter at all. Cool, right? Understood? That is called a jagged array. Hope you have understood this. Okay, now one more point and one more topic. We already had done. Now I hope you have understood this. So what we will do, we will just write down that a 2D array with unequal length of rows. Just for your understanding, I am writing. Say here it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is 4, 5. Here it is only 4. Doesn't matter. And this is the bigger array like this. So this length is 4. This length is 1. Oh, sorry. I'll just cut this. This is 2 and this is 1. So it really doesn't matter. And I have showed you how you can traverse. Right? So hope you have understood this. Next one, the last one in arrays, and there are lots of other methods. Gradually we will be keeping on doing that. Don't worry, guys. If I say that the array topic is complete, doesn't mean it is really complete. When we keep on solving some algos, we might be coming up with lots of different kind of methods, built-in methods. We'll be covering that as well. Okay, don't have to worry about anything. So let's go on to the next one. Multi-dimensional array. Okay. The best way to understand this is very simple. I will take this example. A Rubik's cube. Everyone might have heard about this, right? It's like a cuboid, correct? Shall I tell cuboid? No, not correct. It should be a cube. So let's draw the diagram to understand that. So it has how many faces? Let's take a red color, or let us take a neutral color. What? We can take violet, or we can take what? What color should I take? getting confused. Okay, let me take this one. Hope it is visible. Yeah, it is visible. Fine. One face. Can't draw all the faces obviously, 3D diagram. So what I will try to make it like this, something like this. Okay, so this should have come even more. Okay, guys, we have how many faces? 6 faces. Correct? That is why this is a multi-dimension. You have x also, you have y also, you have this also. Correct? All these dimensions you are having there. Okay. In this case, all are same actually. This is a cube, right? So this will be x only, this will be x only, this will be x only. But it can be different also. You can implement that. But I am taking a simple example so that you guys can understand actually. Fine. So what I will do, we can have 6 colors, right? Red, blue, green, yellow, orange and white. So what I will do, I will just write like this. See, this is the white face, okay? The front face, I am saying this is white. So white, 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 white. Makes sense? And say red face. This is the red face. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is red, 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 this is red. Got it? And say I will take green now. This green color, and let me draw this here on top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is green, 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 green. So whatever is visible to us, I am writing that much. The back side is not visible obviously, just a 3D diagram. I am trying to replicate that. So here you can see that we have 6 faces, and each face is what? It is a 3 cross 3 matrix. 3 cross 3 matrix. Correct? So let's try to replicate this by writing a Java code so that we can understand how to actually initialize a multi-dimensional array. Got it? Let's do this. I hope you have understood this, right? You have always, everyone has done this, like most of us have at least touched this once and tried to solve this. And if you have already solved this, comment me in the comment section how many of you already know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Okay, we will not be solving, you can do complex equations also, but I am trying to show how you can replicate this using Java code so that you can understand how to initialize a multi-dimensional array. Fine, so let's do it. So I will create a new class called Rubik's Cube. Okay, this is my class, and here first you have to create what? A 3D array, right? This is a 3-dimensional array. So I have taken strings, right? See here, strings. You can take character also. I have taken strings, so I will take like this. So I will write like this. Say string 1, 2, 3. Remember, this is a 3D array. I will say Rubik's cube equal to new string. Tell me the values. How many faces? 6 faces. Each face is what? It is a 3 cross 3 matrix. Did you understand this? Yes? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 faces. Each face is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So we have initialized it like this. Okay? So I will say 6 faces, 3 cross 3 matrix. That is why I have written it like this. I hope it is making sense. Okay, now let's initialize all the faces. So now because I have 6 faces, just remember like this. This is, say, suppose phase 0, phase 1, phase 2, phase 4, phase 5. Till 5 it will go if I am starting from 0. Arrays, okay, we are starting from 0. So I will say Rubik's cube of, and one thing I did not do is, what did I not do? Tell me. I have not actually written the main function. Okay, so I will say control X, let me write the main function and then I should write it. Yeah, obviously. Now Rubik's cube bracket, which face? The 0th face, like this, 0th face, equal to, I will create a new string array which is 3 cross 3 actually. So you don't have to initialize it here because we have already done it here. See, this has been done. So this is out of 6, 0th one. In the bracket, you can directly write like this without even giving equal sign. You can write like this. See, bracket, give the bracket, and what did I say? How many parts? You can write like this. See, 3 cross 3 matrices, right? So www, www, again www. So let me just finish it off quickly so that you can understand. Okay, I am giving a bracket 1, 2 and 3. String w, comma w, comma w. Okay. So what I will do, I will, rather than writing it again and again, I will just copy this and delete this, give a comma and paste this here, and give a comma and paste this here. Okay. This is the first one. Hope you have understood this. Similarly, or let me just yep, let me copy this whole line, go back here for the second one, and rather than writing index 0, this time I will write index number 1. Okay, I am just showing you how to create that. So let this be blue and blue and blue, and copy this entire thing. Paste, and this one will also become same. Fine. Similarly, I should do it for all the faces, right? So let me just copy this thing and paste it here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So I hope you are understanding this, right? So this one will become green, green, green. Okay. So copy that, paste that and paste that. I will show you one more trick here so that I think this bracket is not required. Yep. Okay, I will show you one trick, guys, so that, so this is 0, 1, this should be 2 and this should be 3, this should be 4 and this should be 5, right? So I will show you one trick here, how to edit multiple lines. See, I am taking a lot of time to do this, right? So rather than that, what I can do is, see, I can put the cursor here and say Alt and Shift. I will put the cursor here, 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 here and here. So I can edit all the lines in one go. See, red, blue, green, this becomes yellow, fine, or say capital Y, yellow. Now what I will do, I will just scroll down. See, orange, O, and I will just put the arrow down. Red, blue, green, yellow, orange, and what color can you take? We have not taken red, right? So I will take red, R. Okay. Understood? And after that you can press escape. So Alt and Shift is the shortcut to do that. Fine. So now we have created all the 6 faces of our Rubik's cube: white face, the green face, the red face, and all the other faces. Now it's about how we can print the structure. So what I will do, I will just go back and tell me how to print it. from face to face we have to print, right? So, I will take a for loop for, tell me, face equal to 0, from the 0th face, face less than what? How do you get the length of this whole Rubik's cube? Rubik's cube dot length will give you the total number of faces. This is the actual length, 6, right? I will say Rubik's cube dot length and face plus plus. We need to increment that, right? That is how we should write it. And tell me, how do you write it? S out. What should be the syntax of printing? You can say all the faces, 6 faces, right? I will write like this, say face plus, this is the variable, okay? The face variable is actually pointing to a 0. I want to print face 1, face 2 till 6. So, I will say face plus 1 and I will give a arrow like this or a colon, you can say like this. Okay. After that, let us print the values. So, we have rows, okay, rows. Let us go get there and see how we can write it. So, now try to remember this, guys. This is also a 3 cross 3 matrix. So, here I need 2 for loops. Okay. So, I will write like this. For, tell me how do I write? Int row is equal to 0, row less than, just remember face 0, face 2, all the faces. I will say Rubik's cube of face, that particular face dot length, then I will say row plus plus, S out. How do you print that? How do you print that? This is a very interesting part. See, how is actually the data here? I think it got stuck, something has got stuck. Okay, now it has come back. Face, row, column, face, row, column, remember. So, how will I write? I will print like this and remove the ln because I want it in a proper format, right? I will say Rubik's cube of that particular face, 0th face and that particular row and what? That particular column. So, other than that I could have written, I need one more for loop, right, after that. So, what I will do, rather than printing like this, I need one more for loop. So, for int column is equal to 0, column less than Rubik's cube of that particular face. Now, row, that particular row dot length, column plus plus. Now, I think when I am writing this code, you will be understanding that particular face. So, that particular face, that particular row dot length. If it is 3, it will be 3 automatically. Then how will you print this? S out. Tell me. Rubik's cube, bracket, what do I write? 1, 2 and 3. Tell me what should be the values? The face, the row and the column. Make sense? And because I told you I have to print each row separately, I will do that, and after that for printing the next one, and remember guys, everything will be in the same line, right? So, make sure you write a space after that, so that you get white, white, white like this, after that all of them. And after printing that row, just print a ln to go to the next line, and after you are done with this for loop actually prints one face. After that, let us again go for the next phase by writing a what? So, this is for each row, this is for each what? Face. Got it? So, syntax is a little bit tricky, but if you have followed the video, then you will understand how it is actually working. Okay, any doubts, let me know, no problem. Let us run this and see what we are getting. See here guys, phase 1 white face, phase 2 blue black, not black is not there obviously, right, blue face, phase 3 the green face, phase 4 the yellow face, phase 5 the orange face, and phase 6 the red face. Okay, at least now we have successfully seen how to actually implement a Rubik's cube like this. Got it? This is a 3D array. See, 3D array which has all the 6 faces with a 3 cross 3 matrix also. Hope you have understood this. Fine. So guys, these are the things that you should need about arrays to understand about them properly. And one more thing that I want to tell you before we wind up, one last thing for this video that is also important. So we have not discussed about the for each loop properly, right? And I think, yeah, learning says, sir, which are the other core subjects we should study for placements? Okay, the other core subjects, very good question. It depends on which department you are from learning, because if you are from IT department, guys, you should learn if you are from IT department, then mostly computer networks, then operating systems, and I think there is one more subject called file structures. Okay, this you should learn at least for this branches, CS, IS, and then obviously AIML also, and some people say AIDS also, data science or some branch. This people should actually learn this properly, very well, and especially those who are from ECE branch, ECE, they should learn this very well, very, very well. The OSI model, please, 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 very important. Okay, and also for all of you who is watching for CSIS, especially what I am saying is the IT branches, information technology, any branch under this should learn the OSI model also. Open systems interconnect, all the 7 layers, the 7 layers of the OSI model. You should be learning that in and out so that you can understand about that. And sometimes, who knows, they can ask you differences like what is the difference between TCP and UDP. You don't know anything, guys, they can ask you anything. So make sure you just go and brush up all the concepts one by one so that you can understand them. Fine. So as I said, before winding up today, I will give you one more thing, a very important insight on this, the for each loop. This is also called the enhanced for loop. The syntax is for data type, variable name, colon, the collection. It can be an array, it can be a string, anything. Especially it should be an array, and also guys, it is used for collections. Collections framework, we always use the for each loop. We use the for each loop most of the times. Okay, so for data type, variable name, inside colon and collection, the collection can be an array as I said, and then you have the statements. Just remember, there are no increment or decrement operators, just like the other for loop. We don't have any increment or decrement operators. This is the syntax. Okay. For data type can be int, char, boolean, float, whatever you want. The variable name or the identifier, colon, the name of the collection, and then the statements. So let's take a simple example to understand that. Okay. What I'll do, I'll just go back here and take a new Java class, say for each loop, and it is also called enhanced for loop. Okay. So now guys, life will become a little bit easy now to understand jagged array. See this. Okay. Say for main method, what I will do is I will write something like this. Say int arr is equal to, so array of arrays 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's take a character array, make it some fun. Okay. Character array, and let me say write S A U R A V. This one C O D E E R S. Okay. The last one, is anyone saying anything? Okay, learning says okay, fine, thumbs up, thank you. SAURAV, Saurav, and coders, then RK. Okay. C A D and E. Fine. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and one more let us take. Okay, fine, let's do one thing. All are same, right? Unknowingly we have taken same size. So this is my request now. S U B S C R I B and E. Okay. So obviously I got one array with unequal length. So this is a jagged array, right? What is the data type? Character. Fine. I have 3 equal length arrays. The last row is not equal. So what was the syntax? We'll take the complicated one only, no easy ones now. Okay. So I'll say for each, right? For what is the data type? What type of arrays are there in this? Each one is a character array, right? For character array, say ch chars inside our, what is the main array name that we have? ARR, right? ARR. Okay. So for each character array inside the bigger array ARR, now tell me what is the data type in this each array? It is char, right? So I have to take one more for each. For character ch inside, now I have stored one character array. Now inside the character array I have chars. So I'll write chars and I'll just say s out. Okay, remove the ln statement. S out what? Which is the variable that is identifying each character? ch. So I'll write ch and plus, just give a space like this, concatenation. And to go to the next line, obviously you know that, right? ln. So see here what I have written. For each character array inside our bigger array, and then for each character inside this chars array, which is reading the character arrays one by one, just print all the characters. And to go to the next line or the next row, I have just written like this. Let's run this and see what is happening. I should get absolutely like how I have written. See, Saurabh, Coders Arcade, please subscribe guys, please subscribe. Okay, please remember that and subscribe, because I am trying my best, and trust me on this. Morning I am waking up at 5:30, going to the college, teaching the students, doing the placement trainings. After that coming back, and the weather is Bangalore is very horrible right now. It's raining hell a lot and it's really difficult to get cabs also. Still we are getting back and trying to bring better content for you guys. So please subscribe to this channel. because this trainer Saurav is giving his best to give some better content for you. Okay, so do subscribe to our channel, and at the same time learn also. If you're learning, please learn also. Practice every day so that you can gain knowledge about some core concepts. Okay, so this is it about this video, guys. I hope you have understood. We have covered most of the concepts of arrays, and if we learn more and more, we can easily understand deeper concepts. And tomorrow's class will be starting with some interesting things, very interesting, and it will be the starting of searching and sorting algorithms. Okay, so stay tuned for the live videos, and thank you. This much for today only. So this is Saurabh signing off. For the next video, stay tuned. Okay, bye bye and happy learning. Thank you.